Gang, we are back. Welcome to another Waifu Wednesdays, and today we are going to be playing another Capcom classic. Y'all ready? We jumping in, bro. So, who y'all think we... Oh, God, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Jumping into another... We're going... Give me vampire mode, bro. Vampire mode. We out here. That's right, homies. Vampire Savior, aka Darkstalkers, and we gotta pick the homie Lilith. That is what's up. Savior type. Why not? What the Savior type, y'all? This game right here, another what we talked about last time when we were playing Star Gladiator, right? We talked about the treasure trove of Capcom classic fighting games and how they never use their IPs. Guess what we're dealing with right here, man? We got another classic being completely underutilized. Vampire Savior, man. This game deserves so much better than Capcom is giving it. Like the character designs, man, just everything about this game. Character designs, the speed, the uniqueness of how it plays. Like it gives me command grab. See if we can do it again. Let's see. Acting like you won't get command grab. Shout smug. Okay. Shut up, man. Got her on the wake up. We got. Oh, y'all see that? Oh, look at my girl. Oh. We out here, man. But this game has so much personality. I was gonna say the game reminds me a little bit of Fighting EX Layer, Vexel, with how like dash momentum can kind of play a role, especially with like the character, depending on what characters you pick. It can be pretty set up in Oki base, like short, sweet combos. But this, I appreciate a lot about this game, man, and it definitely does not get the attention it deserves on the Capcom roster. And by attention it deserves, I mean no sorts of attention at all. It just doesn't get any. Like they forgot this shit exists, bro. It's like Akira Toriyama with Goten, just like it never happened, it doesn't exist. That's how this basically feels when it comes to the Darkstalkers series, man. And what was where do we see the world famous Darkstalkers is not dead? Yeah, alright, bro. Darkstalkers ain't dead, huh? It kills me, man, because they barely even do anything with the characters. They act like half of the cast from this game doesn't exist, dude. We see who do we see? We see Morgan all the time, right? We see Morgan everywhere. We might see Felicia. Felicia gets some love sometimes. But as far as representatives from this game, you got so many sick characters, man. Like yours truly we're using right now. You got BB Hood. You got, oh my god, that was cool, man. I wouldn't say that he's somebody that sticks out a ton for me as far as like character design from this game goes, but this game just has like so much good going for it, man. And like the only people that ever seem to get any love are like Morgan, dude, and which for good reason. Like Morgan's that girl, you know, I got no problems with Morgan. I'm not gonna sit here and give some Morgan slander because she was gonna be she was on the, I was gonna say chop and block, but she was definitely on the list for who we were gonna be playing through all this through on Waifu Wednesdays here. It was gonna be either Morgan, Lilith, or Felicia. And we ended up going with the girl Lilith right now because I feel like she does not get the love she deserves. Oh. But it pains me, man, like when y'all see that setup. It pains me like when you have like such a cool premise, you know, such a cool IP that just they just throw it in the dumpster, bro. Like redheaded stepchild, worse than a redheaded stepchild, because at least sometimes they acknowledge the redheaded stepchild exists, right? Like this is just straight up like, nah, man, like we've been shunned. Like you don't get any types. Like don't talk about Darkstalkers. Doesn't exist. I don't ever want to hear you mention the name. Oh, we could have got a combo right there. I wasn't paying attention. But like this game just deserves so much more, man. with the literal axe kick. We out here. Yay! Look at the personality, man. The personality in the animations, the speed of the game. It's just so much to like about it, man. Ooh, crap. See if we can get the halls. I'm gonna try to go for the. Give me the command grab, bro. Come on. Am I hitting the wrong button? Oh, now I finally can now, huh? Alright, I couldn't get my buttons out, but it's cool. But look at the dress. We need some alternative costumes. Man, this game just does so much right. It does so much right, and yet it gets zero love, dude. I'm gonna have to go on some kind of like White Knight crusade, dude, to just I don't know. I can't do that, man. There's people with way more clout than me than me online that have been trying to do something to bring these games back to like no avail. Although I don't know if you guys have been seeing recently, man, but there have been a push to by none other than old Maximilian dude for the anniversary of Marvel 2 to try to get that back out in some sort of modern form, you know, because basically the only way to really play that game now is through emulation or pretty much illegal means. Like there's no way to really access it. Like you can boot up a Dreamcast if you got a copy, but outside of that you're gonna be jumping on like Redream, and there was that Capcom there was the Capcom Versus collection that came out some years back, right? But it's since been discontinued, so anybody that's really trying to jump on board and play like Marvel 2 at all, no way to do it. So they started a campaign and everything to try to get Marvel 2 back up and running, and I want to see that so bad. It's never been a game that I would say I've been nice at, but it's a game that I've wanted to learn to get good at for a long time. I got a huge respect for the competitive scene in that game. Shout outs to Yipes, Chris Matrix, just all the Marvel legends, Jay Wong, of course, just all the dudes that made Marvel what it is. I grew up watching those dudes play, man, and like those were some of like the first times that I watched a competitive fighting game where I was like, oh, so like this is what it means to really be good at this game. Like, because before that, man, like you have like, oh, I'm the best person in my house or neighborhood or area when it comes to these games. Y'all know what it used to be like for the days of internet, man, where like you thought you were nice at a game, but the internet and stuff happens, and then you start to see like some advanced gameplay, and you're like, oh, I don't know nothing about this game. I definitely had that happen with Marvel, man. The first game that happened to me with was CPS II. I remember watching some of the Acho arcade footage back in the early days of YouTube, and just seeing some of these like the custom combos people were doing with like Bison and some of the other characters, and I was like, bro, you can do this stuff in the game? I didn't even know that it was an option. I didn't even know you could play like that. But oh, we got Jeddah. Hold on, look at the homie. What y'all think he's saying? He was like, you looking pretty good. I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl, but to be honest, that don't really matter to me because I'm pretty androgynous myself, so it's alright. The Jeddah's design is so sick to me, man. He's such a cool looking character. Look at him. And then the Fetus of God stage. He reminds me of Devil Man. I get strong like Devil Man. Oh my god. Fed me up with the blood. I think he increased my boob size too. That was wild. I'm gonna try to uppercut out of that. Let's see if I can get him with the command grab. I'm sure he got me. Man. Crap. Alright. Dude, his movement. Dude. Good Jeddah players are like so scary because they're so hard to hit, bro. Like they're he's elusive. Okay. Got him that time. Alright, let's go. Pulled it out in there, but that got bad. Bam. Bam. Oh! Rushed him down. Alright. We got him, boys. Is that it? I don't think I've ever beat arcade mode in this game. We got any more? Oh, okay. So let's see, Rise from the Grave with that altered bass. And let's see what this post-credit sequence here is looking like. The fetus of God. Look at this thing, man. It's definitely one of the most iconic fighting game stages of all time. And tell me that it does not give you like big Berserk energy, right? Man, that stage has Berserk written all over it. Just the lighting, the black and the red, like a color scheme, like just the crazy demonic fetus. I can see Gus getting ready to come in there, man, and take care of business. He's like, we can't be having these demon babies out here. I love it, man. This game, dude, it's one of 8 million when it comes to the Capcom treasure vault that has never and will likely never see the light of day. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not pessimistic, right? I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I want it to see the light of day, but a big part of me, man, is just lost so much faith in Capcom when it comes to reviving some of their stuff, you know. And to me, for my little part, like with as little clout as I have, one of the cool things that I like to do with this channel is not only just share my love of fighting games, but to also share some games that people may have never seen before that they might think is sick and might want to try themselves. You know, there are so many good fighting games out there that just so many people will never touch, they won't even know about, let alone get a chance to touch or play, because they don't even know they exist, man. And that's why it's sick to me, like, to have content creators that can put people on to these games that they might not otherwise see, you know. And there's been a lot of channels, well, more channels recently that have been popping up and doing that. I don't want to say a lot because the fighting game community is still a niche community and everything, but you got guys like Wooly Versus, you got Maximilian, who's, I feel like, has crossed over into the mainstream, man. Like, that guy's really been able to do something that a lot of fighting game content creators haven't been able to do, and they've tried for a long time, is bring in like the casual audience and people that may not necessarily have a passion for fighting games and let them see what's cool about it. And that's all I really want. I think that ultimately, right, most of us just want to be able to share the things that we find cool with others and have them, like, not just appreciate it too, but like bring joy to them. You know, it's not just about them seeing, oh, like, you must like the thing that I think is cool. But it's always neat, man, when you can introduce somebody to something new and they like it, and you kind of like enrich their life a little bit, you know. Look at that, man. Master of Lilith. Oh, that Master of title is actually pretty sick. That's a cool way of putting it. There's just so much personality in these older games, man. So much. And it just makes me so happy to see, and so sad that some of these IPs will never get a chance. But there's a lot of new stuff too, man. We got new Melty Blood coming back. I'm a fan of Guilty Gear Strive. I'm excited for the new characters in SF5. I'm excited to see what direction Street Fighter goes after all this. So there's a lot of good going on right now and on the horizon for the fighting game community. So we're going to end this on a positive note. So we've made it through another Waifu Wednesdays, my friends. We had a chance to play together. I hope you had fun. As always, talk to me in the comments. Let me know your own personal thoughts on the Darkstalkers series, the fate in fighting games as a whole, the future of fighting games moving forward. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Be good.